Good evening and welcome to the regular meeting of the Wooster City Council. It is Monday, March 6, 2023. We are in council chambers tonight and live streamed on YouTube. It is after 7:30 p.m. The next meeting will be Monday, March 20th, 2023. Mr. Paulo, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Cavan?
Here.
Ms. Knappich?
Here.
Mr. Myers?
Here.
Mr. Reynolds?
Here.
Mr. Sanders?
Here.
Mr. Ansel?
Here.
And Ms. Warden.
Here.
We are all in attendance, so we definitely have a quorum. The agenda will remain as presented. And at this time, I ask that you stand and join the Worcester City Council in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I will entertain a motion for the approval of the minutes of the February 21st, 2023 council meeting.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Warden to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Myers. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say nay. The minutes are approved for February 21st. Welcome, Mayor, and turn the floor to you, sir.
Thank you, President Bytendijk and council members. Nice to see everybody tonight. Just a few things to tell you about. I've been busy since our last city council meeting sharing the State of the City talk with the service clubs, and I have one more presentation on March 21st to the Kiwanis Club. These presentations are condensed from what was given to City Council due to time constraints. If the public would like to see this that was given to City Council, it's on our city website at worcesterOH.com on the front page under News and can be viewed or read. I was invited to a presentation of the Lyric Theater project today at Rotary. I am impressed with this plan to remodel the Lyric Theater at the corner of South and Market Streets, adjacent to the City Square Steakhouse. I think that getting this theater back into operation with some unique features to its layout will be a wonderful draw into our downtown and will complement the restaurants and the businesses in our downtown district. I look forward to seeing this project take life and encourage the community to support this downtown theater group's efforts. Our city held the first meeting of the 10-year comprehensive plan group on Tuesday, February 28th. OHM advisors led the group in our plan to date and ways to start moving forward. It appears that spring isn't too far off and that we have activities in the city that will be coming alive. We look forward to programming in our downtown by Main Street with music and activities and the opening of the new restaurant and apartments in our entertainment district at the bottom of Bell Avenue. And with that, President Bytendijk, that's all I have to report tonight.
Well, thank you very much,
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor. We don't have any petitions. No one signed up to speak on agenda items. No committee reports or public hearings. Brings us back down to item 6 on the agenda, unfinished business, which is ordinance number 2023-07. It'll be presented by Mr. Reynolds on its second reading. Mr. Paula, would you please read the title?
Ordinance number 2023-07. An ordinance to approve and adopt current replacement pages to the codified ordinances and allowing for immediate enactment.
Mr. Reynolds, the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is a usual and customary order of business at this time of year to bring into the bound book that still is in existence theoretically to update this with all the ordinances we adopted in the last year. We gave this a brief overview last meeting. I've heard nothing from anyone, either on the council member or the public, about any issues there, and I would move to put this on third and final reading.
Okay, motion to suspend the rules by Mr. Reynolds. Is there a second?
Second.
second by Mr. Ansel. Would you please call the roll on the motion to suspend the rules?
Knappich,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
Sanders.
Yes.
Ansel.
Yes.
Warden,
Yes.
Reynolds,
Yes.
and Cavan.
Yes.
Mr. Reynolds, I look to you again, sir.
I would make a motion to adopt ordinance number 2023-07.
Motion to adopt by Mr. Reynolds. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Sanders. Any discussions or questions? This is a pretty routine matter we do every year just to keep our codified ordinances caught up with what we've passed in the past year and those changes by the Ohio Revised Code. Seeing nothing from the council, Ms. DiPaolo, would you please call the roll on the motion to adopt?
Knappich,
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Sanders.
Yes.
Ansel.
Yes.
Warden,
Yes.
Reynolds,
Yes.
and Cavan.
Yes.
Ordinance number 2023-07 passes. Turn to new business. First item is resolution number 2023-17. It'll be presented by Mr. Cavan. It is budgeted, will not require suspension of the rules. Ms. DiPaolo, would you please read the title?
Resolution number 2023-17, a resolution authorizing the Director of Administration to contract with 908 Devices for the purchase of drug testing equipment and allowing for immediate enactment.
Mr. Cavan, the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. Yes, this is a request to purchase a drug testing machine, the MX 908. This is a request from Chief Fisher. He is away on training today. I did speak with Assistant Chief Rotolo about this. It's pretty straightforward. It's a device to test substances the police department takes in. Are they drugs? Are they something else? Are they dangerous? Are they not? So something like this would be beneficial. And the big plus to this is that we do have opioid money to apply to this. So it would be paid for with opioid money that we have secured. And again, pretty straightforward. If anyone has any questions, Assistant Chief Rotolo is present. Yes.
Are they able to test for smaller amounts of fentanyl? And has the testing gotten better over the last several years so that you can get that very early on?
Yeah, members of council, this machine is really state-of-the-art. It can actually, one of the nice benefits of it is that it does test trace amounts. You do not need a large sample to test, which makes it really good from an evidence standpoint so that you don't use all the drugs that you seize. So yes, to answer your question, it does take a very trace amount. It's cutting-edge technology. We're working with a pilot program with the state of Ohio, and we're really excited to have the opportunity to purchase one, and we really appreciate you guys letting us use this opioid money to do it.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Ansel?
Yes, Scott, just out of curiosity, is there a fee when we send our confiscated materials to BCI for analysis? Is there a cost reduction opportunity for us to have this machine where we don't have to incur that fee, or are there no fees associated with that process?
BCI doesn't charge us a fee for their lab test. However, this right here will provide us with the opportunity to do the presumptive tests to take to grand jury and save us that extra step of doing a field test with kind of the antiquated technology that we have right now.
Thank you.
So that would seem to me it would be a safer alternative as well.
Mr. Cavan, that's an excellent point. It most certainly is. This machine works on completely different technology than our old NIC tests. It's much safer. I won't get into the weeds on the technology, but to answer your question, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, John?
I have a question just to clarify. This is going to allow the turnaround time to actually take these to grand jury to move quite a bit faster, correct?
yes, this test will definitely help with that.
What are the benefits, if you could tell them, what are the benefits of that, of the turnaround time to grand jury being faster?
The way it would work right now, if we were to take drugs off of someone, we would have to wait for it to go to the lab to get the full test done, which can take several weeks. And what that does is it means that the person who was either trafficking the narcotics is still out on the street and hasn't been indicted yet. This would cut this down significantly because we're able to get that test to show what it is. In the meantime, enough for a probable cause hearing, which is grand jury. It's definitely going to help us from an efficiency, a safety, and effectiveness standpoint.
It does sound like an excellent purchase. Thank you. Thank you for your work on that.
Thank you.
Any further questions?
Yeah, so what is the process time? I mean, you load a sample into the machine. I mean, how long does it take to actually come back with data?
This particular machine is probably a minute or so.
Okay.
It's extremely fast. And again, much safer. The stuff that we were using before, it comes in a little plastic pouch. We would have to like get a little powder sample, put it inside the pouch, put it in there, crush it inside and play around with it. This is extremely, extremely more efficient and safer.
Okay. If there's no further discussion, I would move to adopt a resolution number 2023-17.
A motion to adopt by Mr. Cavan. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Knappich. Any further discussion? Mr. Paula, would you, I don't know why I've got a frog in my throat. Mr. Paula, would you please call the roll on the motion to adopt?
Myers?
Yes.
Sanders?
Yes.
Ansel?
Yes.
Warden?
Yes.
Reynolds?
Yes.
Cavan?
Yes.
And Knappich.
Yes.
Resolution number 2023-17 passes. Brings us to the last piece of legislation. This is resolution number 2023-18. It is going to be presented by Mr. Ansel. This too is budgeted, will not require suspension of the rules. Mr. Paula, would you please read the title?
Resolution number 2023-18, a resolution authorizing the Director of Administration to enter into a contract for the purchase of a crew cab utility truck and allowing for immediate enactment.
Mr. Ansel, the floor is yours, sir.
Yes, our utility division currently has a 17-year-old UT4 crew cab vehicle that is approaching 100,000 miles, but based on its 17-year useful life, is in need of replacement. This isn't our budget, it is a budgeted item. They will be utilizing the state-sponsored cooperative purchasing program, so everything will be competitively bid and reviewed, but at the state level pricing, which is advantageous for us. And right now, the biggest challenge is going to be the availability of units on the lots right now, so there may be some time delay. We may even have to order a vehicle and have it, if none are available in current inventory, because large vehicle utility trucks are very sparse these days. So with that being noted, I would motion to adopt Resolution 2023-18 for vehicle replacement.
Motion to adopt by Mr. Ansel. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Myers. Any further discussion? Once again, it's evident that we get as many years as possible out of our vehicles, and these are used regularly, so 100,000 doesn't seem long, but my guess is it sits there at times running and subject to all kinds of
17
weather.
years is a long time.
Yep. So seeing nothing further, would you please call the roll on the motion to adopt?
Sanders?
Yes.
Ansel?
Yes.
Warden?
Yes.
Reynolds?
Yes.
Cavan?
Yes.
Knappich?
Yes.
And Myers.
Yes.
Resolution number 2023-18 passes. There was no one that signed up for the public portion. I do know some folks came in late, so okay. Seeing that, then we'll turn the miscellaneous portion over to council, and we'll start with Mr. Ansel.
Nothing this evening, Mr. President. Thank you.
Ms. Warden,
I have nothing, thank you.
Mr. Reynolds,
Nothing, Mr. President.
Mr. Cavan,
Nothing to add, thank you.
Ms. Knappich,
Nothing this evening, thank you.
Mr. Myers,
We almost broke the record. No, nothing this evening, thanks.
and Mr. Sanders will give you the last word.
I have nothing to add.
Oh, I see
Motion to adjourn.
Mr. Ansel has moved to adopt, or moved to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Knappich. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.